So, guess who just celebrated a birthday? Me, and it was also my anniversary. So, not much cooking was getting done, but I'm back. Although I celebrate the whole month long, I'm back. So, we're gonna do some corn and grits along with steamed snapper, coleslaw, and plantain. So, here you can see I'm cutting up my tomatoes, my sweet peppers, and then I'm gonna move on to my onions. For my coleslaw, I'm going to start cutting up my cabbage into little thin strips, and then I'm going to turn that to the side and then cut those in half. Here I'm grating my carrot. I used about a half of a cabbage and a half of a carrot, and then I'm adding my sweet pepper and my onions. I'm going to use a half a lime to squeeze right into that. I'm going to use my lime squeezer. This thing comes in so handy because, buddy, I used to be hurting up my arm, but now, no more. Now, at this point, you can use sugar. I just use the sweetener because I have this the sweetener there from when I used to do keto, and so I'm just going to add that there. It's, liquid sugar. Well, substitute, a liquid sugar substitute. We can add our mayo. We have our Hellman's mayo there. So I do about 2.5 spoonfuls of the mayonnaise, coming in with our black pepper. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Alright, we're ready to get everything combined so we can be mixing this all together. You ever hear the term mix up like coleslaw or Kong salad? It's it right there. This me doing my little taste test. Ain't nothing else needed for this. Good. Okay, so our salt beef get on boil. The salt content, we try to reduce some of that. And now we good to go. We cutting these up, as y'all can see. I love, love, love salt beef. I don't know if I could say it enough. So you can see plenty salt beef going inside this grits. This ain't no play pot. We have our oil, getting ready to fry down our herbs and our salt beef. We getting that right in that hot pot in the pot. This is me adding some thyme to the pot. And now we coming behind to mix that all together. So this is me now opening my corn. I can't find my big knife and I don't have an automatic can opener. So what I have to do, as you can see, just open it up in sections. Good to go. Works the same way. We straining off that corn water. We can use that later on. We can add that to the mix, to the pot. And we putting our corn into the pot. We can mix that together and then we can leave that to fry down for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so everything is all fried down like we looking for. And we coming in with our tomato paste. We're going to mix that in there. We just want to make sure all of our herbs are coated evenly. It's time for the grits. Grits before, grits before the water, So you can mix that in there. Make sure the grits are coated evenly. And I'll be coming in with another cup of it. Just to make sure everything is coated evenly. Mixing, mixing, mixing in there. Now we're ready for our coconut milk. We're going to add that there, 1 tin of the coconut milk. And then we coming in with 1.5 cups of water. But with grits, trust me, you're going to need to keep checking the consistency and adding more water as necessary. When you add your water, just put a pinch of salt inside of it so you wouldn't be diluting the flavor that's already there. So we have that all together. We mix in. Now I'm gonna add some browning then, probably just like a half a teaspoon, sorry, of browning, and then we can season that. Mix that all together, and we can leave that on low heat. So now we're moving on to our fish. We're gonna start seasoning. You know, that's the pepper and the salt grind up together. We can get these through all the scotch and in the center. So we can do these for all the fish. Now you don't gotta do this piece, I just do this piece. There's some complete seasoning and some lemon pepper seasoning. Now coming in with my lime, I use, let's see, 2 lime for this because this fish automatic. I need plenty lime. But we can get that there, and then we can mix that all together. So now we're gonna get our fish into the hot oil. We need the oil to be hot. Y'all can hear how hot this is, because we don't need none of the skin sticking to the bottom. No, we ain't using no flour, so it don't stick. It just ain't gonna stick with our hot oil. So while our fish is frying on one burner, let's go over to our frying pan, our next frying pan, and let's get our herbs in there for our steam. All right, so we can mix that around. We coming in with our thyme, and we can just mix that all together. Leave that for, I don't know, for 3 minutes. Now everything is all fried down as it should be. I'm going to add some seasoning to the pot. That's some complete seasoning, and we can go and mix that all together. Our fish looking good. Let's flip them over. And here smelling good. We just gonna flip these over on the next side. Happy anniversary, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Golden anniversary, Bahamas. Okay, so our herbs are all fried down now, and so we're gonna come in with our tomato paste. Just stir that there. Make sure all of our herbs are coated with the tomato paste. Now, this next step that I'm going to do, some people do it, some people don't do it, but I mean, I believe when I add some ketchup, I just feel like it just gives me the flavor I'm looking for, a little dash of sweetness to it. You know, just adding the ketchup, so we can stir this around, and then we're going to come in with our water. Mix that together. Happy anniversary, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Golden anniversary, Bahamas. All right, so we taking our last fish out. Put that on the side with the rest of the fish. And now I'm going to come in with my plantains. Sometimes I fry them in oil. Sometimes I fry them with butter. But I'm not going to waste this oil. The pot are not, so this works out perfectly for me. But now we're going to add our fried fish to our gravy, our steamed gravy that we already had there. You can put them in there. Now we can get some of that gravy on the top of each one, get some of those herbs on top of them, and we can leave that. We can leave these inside the pot. No more than 5 to 7 minutes, because the gravy is already cooked, the fish is already cooked, and you don't want them breaking apart. Now, just look at my baby. So this is our corn and grits. This is our corn and grits. She looking good. Now, if you think this look good, this tastes even better. My sister was working by the airport. She must have put that Jeep in fly mode, like she was Bahamian sail and come speed here to get her food. Now, I really can't close this video without doing a special shout out to my co-worker and my friend Gina. Her birthday is the day after my own on the 25th. Mine is on the 24th, and she blessed me with these fish. These was the freshest fish that money never buy. G, love you, honey.